Yo, yo.
What's up?
Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Alright, okay, okay, alright.
Stop.
Okay, guys, what's up? It's the kid, it's the kid. Ready to ride, ready to roll, ready to ride, man. Welcome, guys, to the lovely and beautiful flipping Sunday Hangout, where we review the happenings that have been happening in the football world of the week. But obviously, before I delve into it, just go to
Kovac just get
look, chill. Just look, just chill. Basically, speedy recovery to Andre Gomez. Speedy recovery to Andre Gomez. Very unfortunate injury. Hopefully, he recovers as soon as possible. So, look, man. The main thing I wanted to discuss was, of course, Ernesto, Barcelona, and everything. But there was a slightly bigger story that came out of nowhere. Because normally this is a story that would pretty much be released on a Monday, but it was released within, I think, within the last few hours. So shocking thing. So let's just get down to it. It's flipping Nico, flipping Kovac. I'm still in shock. Your boy Nico Kovac has been sacked by Bayern Munich. This is weird. This is weird, and this is very much unexpected. This really came out of nowhere because yes, they lost 5-1, but to use that as a strong enough argument to sack a dude who's actually still doing pretty well in the flipping CL. I just think that is just slightly intense. So I'm going to just get the thoughts of everyone in here and see what they're saying. So I don't know who that 7 UCL's guy is, but so Abdullahi, let me start off with you, man. Did Niko Kovac deserve to be sacked? Yes or no?
uh double H. For me, I didn't really cover that. So I've been saying it from day one that I don't think it's in Barcelona Bayern head coach. I've been saying I don't think it fits in because my harmony have a lot of it's very wonderful. That's it and go find they can
Wait,
go
wait,
far.
wait, 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 wait. So why doesn't he fit the criteria for head coach of Bayern Munich? Why not?
Because one, yes, two, he doesn't have that caliber of it. So I don't really think he's that good coach people could hate. Because Bayern Munich have a very good players go find. So I'm not even surprised. Sack. I'm not surprised because I've been saying it. I don't think he's that man that take them. Sorry, I don't think he's the take them
Okay,
forward.
okay, all right, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Let's bring in your boy Ahmed here. So, Ahmed, did Niko Kovac deserve to be sacked? If he did, please explain why you think he deserves to be sacked at this stage of the season.
Here's the issue. It's not about what he did, it's about what he's gonna do. The board clearly don't have faith in him. They don't see him going forward because in my opinion, I mean he's still within touching distance of the league title, but the board expects a Bundesliga title this season. And they're saying Kovac isn't the guy who's gonna do it. I don't think he's gonna do it because I feel like if he stays, they're just gonna keep slipping up even if they have good patches or good runs. So I
No,
think this is
I
more of a
mean,
preemptive
but
decision.
then an argument is that they've already won the Bundesliga numerous times and they are unbeaten in the Champions League and they just destroyed Tottenham at that Tottenham's crib. So wouldn't it make more sense because there is still time to allow him this season and see how far they get in the Champions League?
They destroyed Tottenham. That's the first thing. All right, let's remember who Tottenham is. That's the first thing. Secondly, uh, it's only 3 games in the Champions League in the group stage. Remember how Bayern Munich were dominant last season in the group stage? It doesn't mean much. PSG are always dominant in the group stage. Like these things don't mean much. It's firstly they they don't want to lose the Bundesliga title because it's still a league title, and even the Champions League. We all know Kovac isn't gonna win the Champions League with this team this season anyway. They're not losing much with that. So I think it's a smart decision because they're ending it early, giving them time to win the Bundesliga title race and see what they can do in the Champions League. Because if they do it any later, they might risk losing the Bundesliga title, and they're not going to win the UCL anyway this season. That wasn't the expectation anyway. They don't have the squad to do it really.
Okay, all right. Lance, my man, thoughts on your boy Kovac getting sacked out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Was he hardly done by?
Not really. I mean, he's a nice guy. I kind of feel bad for him, but he was not the right appointment. Kovac was never the right fit for Bayern. If we keep it a buck, he's not the caliber of coach to take Bayern to the UCL, because let's be honest, Bayern can win the Bundesliga with anyone in charge. So you don't it's just a case of a big club acting like a big club. Like Bayern don't do 5-1s. They don't get lubricated by a club like Frankfurt. You can't do that when you're in charge of Bayern. So you're just facing the consequences. And they're 4 points off the Bundesliga table. So they could still have conceivably won the Bundesliga even with him in charge. And they did the double last season. So in that regard, yeah, it's kind of harsh. But do you see Bayern winning the UCL under Kovac?
No,
I don't.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
I really don't. I don't
Yeah,
think
Okay,
it's
why
okay,
not?
okay, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, look, let's move.
So
Um,
it was a fair sacking overall.
all right. So, Liverpool guy. I don't know whether your mic is working. Did Niko Kovac deserve to be sacked? Yes or no? Or your mic isn't. Okay, your Liverpool guy. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah. What's up? For me, personally, I don't really watch Bundesliga that much, so I can't really answer.
Did Kovac deserve to get sacked? Yes or no? It's a simple question. Yes or no? Okay, that's cool. Okay.
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure.
Okay. Christ. Did Niko Kovac deserve to get sacked? Yes or no? Christ.
His mic not working. Come to me, man.
No. Okay, A1, chill. Don't chill. Just chill. Milko. Did Kovac deserve to get sacked? Yes or no?
I would say no. I don't think he deserved to get sacked. I think they should have personally. I think they should have just given him an extra time. Really, I really like to see how he would do in the UCL. And this is my problem with the whole thing about Bayern is I think a lot of Bayern fans are just being too overreactionary. And when you're so overreactionary, you're so quick to do and not really think first before you do. So Kovac is a great manager. Don't get me wrong. Kovac is a great, he's a good manager, and you saw what he did with Frankfurt.
Then why was he struggling with Bayern this season? Then if he's so crazy, why was he struggling with Bayern this season?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, let us see what he can do in the Champions League. He beat Spurs in Wembley 7-2. He literally led Frankfurt to a DFB Pokal when literally nobody thought they were gonna win the DFB Pokal. You know what I'm trying to say? This is what I'm talking about. Like, this Kovac, give him a chance. Okay, yes, it's Bundesliga, fair enough, but they're still gonna win it at the end of the day. And also, people have to understand, like, Bayern Munich is just within distance within Mönchengladbach and the rest of the pack. You get what I'm saying? They're not like, it's not like a massive amount of number that they're not even gonna reach it. Yeah, it's just 5 points. It's just 5 points.
One more thing. He didn't get sacked. He offered his resignation. So maybe.
Wow, that's deep.
Okay.
He got sacked, man. He got sacked.
No, I think okay.
No,
If that's
I
the
don't think-
case, if that's the, I understand because he's thinking about it for the well-being of Bayern, and he's thinking that, you know what, maybe I can take Bayern as far as I can with what I did with Frankfurt. So, okay, it makes sense then. So yeah, I would say, I, I'm kind of in between. I'm kind of in between, to be honest. I can't say yes or no, to be honest. Yes, I have a reason for that, and no, I have a reason for that. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Rahimski, thoughts? Kovac, did he deserve to get sacked? Yes or no?
Jeez.
Look, man, I just have one main question. Like, I have one main issue with this. Who they know? Who they know Kovac? Who is this guy? Like, what has he accomplished in football for us to even have this conversation? Really, I mean, he takes this Bayern Munich job with basically little to no coaching experience. That was a major gamble on Bayern. He accomplishes what we all thought he would accomplish: a lackluster tenure because the guy doesn't have experience at the top flight. So who's more to blame here, Kovac or Bayern for appointing him? I think it's
Kovac
obvious
has
that.
been
Sorry, go ahead.
so no. Sorry, if I can just answer respond to Rimsky. He's been managing for a good 10 years now. He's been managing since
Right.
'09. He was
And what is
managing
he? And
Croatia.
what has he accomplished, my friend?
Well, he was good. Croatia did well at the World Cup in 2014, if I remember correctly.
See, that's the thing.
And he was very successful with Frankfurt. He laid the foundation for what Frankfurt is now, which is a club that
Do
is
you
challenging
think?
for top
Okay,
four.
right. So he's a manager that lays foundations, right? What foundation has he laid at this Bayern
Plus,
that we have?
look at he
But
was
but but but
Bayern
but, but,
and
but look, is it really all his
I'd
fault
stop.
though? No, wait, quick. Is it because I think can we? That's why this is maybe something deeper to go into. But I'll pose the question to you, Rahimski. Is it all Niko Kovac's fault that this club has not been able to bring in any world-class star players to replace players who are aging and past their peak?
Yeah, I think so because you have to consider this: the manager, sure, he can't get everyone that he wants, but he can 9 times out of 10 he can have a transfer done at the time that he wants. So was it smart to get rid of Ribery, Robin, all those guys in one window and basically replace them with no one? Sure, it wasn't ideal for Bayern not to buy anyone, but it was Kovac who ended up letting all those players go in one transfer window. And I mean, you guys can give me shit. Yeah, Ribery's old, haha, it's funny. But we saw what he was able to do in Syria, and I understand it's a different league. But
Oh, it's Syria.
the guy can still provide you something,
Okay,
and
okay.
getting rid of him without replacing him.
Or,
What about Nick? What about Nick
okay, so let's bring in Red. So Red, thoughts on this? Did Kovac deserve the sack or not?
Yes. Whether if he's sacked or resigned, this is good for the club because let's look at Bayern how they were before him and after him. Before him, they were constantly making quarters and semis and winning the league. Them not winning the league, I don't think that was the reason. I feel like that it's just that the team has declined under him. Like let's look at his starting 11 now. So let's look at his back four in particular. His back four converts of Alphonso Davies, a makeshift right back because he's originally a winger. He played him at left back. Alaba, left back who he's playing as a center back. Boateng got a red card. He played him in a high line where he was caught lacking, where he made him have to do that. Not just let's tackle. And Pavard, who's a preferred center back, he's playing him at right back. And then he has Kimmich, a right back, playing in midfield. Muller's playing on the right, Gnabry on the left, even though Gnabry's more comfortable on the right, more so that's where most of his goals are coming from. But I get it. Coutinho has looked like a flop under him so far. He had a purple patch in the beginning, but now he's been trash. Aside from Lewandowski, there's no bright sides in the scene. There's nothing. There's literally their marquee signing, Lucas Hernandez got injured, so there you go. And even last year against Liverpool, they got knocked out. The Allianz Arena has been a stadium that it's pretty much impossible to beat Bayern in the Allianz.
It's
and
a
Liverpool
fortress,
beat them
yeah.
with ease. They beat them with ease. So he pretty much declined. The side has declined under him. And even let's say, for example, I saw you guys mention that Frankfurt EFE Pokal. If I remember correctly, I remember watching that game. Frankfurt won by a dodgy referee decision. They didn't win clearly the better team or they outplayed Bayern. It was a dodgy referee decision, but no excuses. I guess I'll give him that. And then in the league, no matter what, like when you're a club like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juve, PSG, you can't lose 5-1 in your league. That's a sackable offense. You guys they have more money than everybody else. They get first dibs on all the elite players. you can't roll up to a team and lose 5-1, regardless if you're down to 10 men. If you're down to
Red,
10
on
men,
top of that, bro,
you
he never
park the
starts
bus and save your
Perisic, bro.
dignity.
Red, on top
Pardon?
of that, he never starts Perisic, bro. When he has
Like also that if the club gets you a signing, you have to implement that signing into your team. Like you can't just because Perisic, yeah, where it had I forgot that Perisic even played for Bayern.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Okay.
This isn't good.
No, but
All
he
right,
did
okay,
play
wait,
Perisic.
chill. Okay, chill.
Double H, can I go?
Yeah, wait, chill, Dory. Okay, trust me, I know the guys who haven't spoken in, but before I go to Montaha, Hazem, Christ, and A1, let me just do the super chats real quick. So, super chats here from Shahab Ahmad. Obviously, this is a topic later on, but I'll still do the super chat. So, thank you for the £5 super chat, Shahab Ahmed, who says, "Love Mane, but let's not pretend Salah has not come clutch plenty of times for Liverpool himself in his career," referring to your Villa review. Shahab, we will get to that topic later on in the show, but I only have 2 words: LDO. So, let me hit over to Montaha. So, Montaha, did Niko Kovac deserve to get sacked, or should he have stayed and delivered the Champions League for Bayern Munich this season?
Bro, to be honest, bro, when last season the way they lost to Liverpool, man, the scoring, one own goal, losing 3-1. No, wait, relax, bro. So what I'm saying to you, at that point, I think it was done deal with Niko Kovac. That guy is like, okay, he's a good manager, but not at the level of Bayern Munich, bro. Bayern Munich used to be a threat in UCL. I remember, back in those days, especially with Jupp Heynckes, Pep Guardiola as well. Like people used to really scare you, afraid to take Bayern. Bro, they lost that all, like those kind of fear for the opposition. Yeah. On top of that, bro, uh, players like Robin and Ribery. You know what? I agree with Raheemski and what he said. He said like, why you flipping allowed these 2 players to go? I think so. Raheemski is right over there, and I think so. He should have kept at least Ribery, because on left wing position they have like who? Hello.
Have Coleman. That's who they
Yeah,
have.
Koeman. Yeah, come on, man. Koeman and like Ribery, there's some levels to this thing, bro. And I think so. He was, yeah, man. I think so. He was deserving, to be sacked. And I know that it's it's a Bayern Munich who decided to go to sign Kovac at first place. I think it's a Bayern Munich board's problem, but they should have gone for the better manager. So yeah, man. I think so that was deserving.
Okay, so let's hit over to Christ. So, Christ, thoughts? Kovac, did he deserve the sack? Yes or no?
I honestly think he did, Double H, and the reason is because he should be doing more with the players he has, man. Like, I understand that Bayern.
Wait, hold up. Let me just quit, and then I'll let you go. So you're telling me that Kingsley Coman is a top player. You're telling me that. And wait. Let me finish. Let me land. You're telling me that Thomas Muller is still relevant. You're telling me that Jerome Boateng is still relevant. You're telling me that a team who some of those guys have been playing since 2013. Are you telling me that he should be able to be playing these guys at a very high level? We also what happened with Ancelotti. To that you say what?
Yeah. I say that a manager's job is to get the best out of his players, man. And in the Bundesliga, they have the most talented squad. Like as much as declining that they're in the Bundesliga, they have the most talented squad, man. And like he's not getting them to play at their best. And like the team revolves too much around Lewandowski, and that's a problem. Like this whole season that I've watched them, it's just been a Lewandowski masterclass. That's the only way that they've been winning their matches. They haven't been convincing enough. And I think with a manager like Mourinho or an Allegri, they'll be much better. Like they're obviously not going to be a great team, but they're going to be much better than they are right now. And they're going to be getting better results against like teams like Hoffenheim. Like for example, they lost to Hoffenheim at home. They got destroyed by Frankfurt. I think with the better manager, to give more discipline, they'll do better, in my opinion.
Okay, so before I go to Hazard, let me just hit the super chats here. So thank you much. Bro, I know, chill, just relax, just chill, man, guys, just chill. So from Nippon Sharma, thank you very much for your £5 super chat, Nippon Sharma. He says Miroslav Klose, next band manager. He's already coaching the youth. We will get to that. We will get to who we think should be the next Bayern coach. But I think Klose, that's interesting. I think what they may do is in the short term, similar to Ole, but we all know what's going to happen to Ole. They may give Klose the job right now for the short term, see how well he does. If he does well, he keeps the job. If he gets mixed results, then they'll bring in another manager. So Klose may be brought in for the short term. Hazem, and then we'll go to A1 after Hazem. Hazem.
Yeah, so I'm so happy. I'm so happy, to be honest.
I
Very
knew
happy
it.
for Bayern Munich.
Lewandowski.
No, yeah, but
man.
this is what I'll say. I'll say this, that this Niko Kovac is one of the biggest frauds I've ever seen in my life. Because the way he went out of the Champions League last season was one of the worst managerial performances I've ever seen from any top club. In that second leg, he completely mismanaged the game completely. He went out with such a scared approach against Liverpool, and this guy forgot that he was playing in the Allianz Arena. I mean, I'm sorry, bro, but this coach is not at the level of Bayern Munich. He's at the level of, bringing some clubs up, bringing Frankfurt up. He can get those clubs up, but sorry, he cannot manage a big club. He cannot deal with situations. He cannot be adaptable. Perfect example. This weekend, I was watching the Bayern Frankfurt game. After Boateng red card, nothing. No change of approach, no adaptability, continuing to attack and pressure forwards like idiots. What kind of a tactic is that, bro? Are you serious?
But maybe he believed in the quality of his side. But how's it? Maybe he believed in his quality of his side to manage this situation with 10 men.
No. You can have a quality of the side, but it's logical that when you have 10 men, you don't maintain the exact same attacking what's it called?
Strategy, the main attacking strategy. No. Look, I was just trying to play devil's advocate because again, like no matter how good you are, once you go down to 10 men, you have to keep the ball and keep possession of the ball.
Yeah. Another thing is since Niko Kovac came, it's been more visible this season, but it's all been Lewandowski saving Bayern's ass every single time, and many times he scores and then they concede, and they continuously concede and lose organization. He doesn't know how to coach defense. He does, because you can blame Boateng, you can blame all these veterans at the back, but they are good defenders at the end of the day. And you have to look at the coach and how he's setting up the midfield to protect the defense, and no cohesion between the midfield and defense. I'm sorry, bro, but this coach does not know how to manage this big of a team, and I was really struggling to see him going forward. And thank you for Rummenigge for sacking him. He should have done it in the summer, in my opinion. He got them the Bundesliga.
Ouch, that's harsh, bro. In the summer?
Yeah, he got them the Bundesliga, which is underperformance for Bayern. Round of 16 Champions League. Are you serious? With such a squad, let's not underestimate the squad. That was a very good squad. Even this year, we're talking about Perisic, who he's idiotically benching Perisic for this Coleman who doesn't know how to play football. He should be a 100-meter runner.
Okay, that's fair. All right, let's round off with A1. A1, thoughts on Kovac? Did he deserve the sack or not?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I just don't like his pattern of play as well. Like I think the last good manager that Bayern really had was Pep. Because they literally dominated teams in the Bundesliga, whereas obviously Ancelotti was half and half, but now you're seeing they're getting beat 5-1 by flipping Frankfurt, which even though they went down to 10 men, it still shouldn't be allowed. And plus, like with Bayern Munich, they get the best players from Germany every time. They get the best players, especially defense as well. They got Pavard, they got Sula as well, and they're still not looking like a dominant team. And as you're seeing it right now in the Bundesliga, Mönchengladbach got more points than them, and Dortmund, they're gone above them as well. So they're looking like they're part of.
Hey man, put some respect on Mönchengladbach. Put some respect on Mönchengladbach.
Don't get twisted. They're doing well. I like Mönchengladbach, and I like the manager Marco Rose and what he's doing in it. But it's Bayern Munich. This should be light work to them. This should be like, this is our league. The league should be not wrapped up, but it should be like on its way to be wrapped up, and they should be focused on the Champions League and the last 16 as well at the Allianz Arena. I should know this. I'm an Arsenal fan. Whenever English teams go to Allianz Arena, they always get beat. But the way Liverpool went there and treated it like it was their home and beat them at home, that's not right. That's not right. How many games have we seen? Even if Bayern Munich lose, you still see an attacking play. Like I think the last time they lost was against Real Madrid, but at the same time they still went at them. But what Liverpool done to them in the Champions League, especially last 16, it was wrong, and he should have been sacked last season as well. And even in the Champions League this season, they beat They beat Olympiacos 3-2, but they had to come from behind to beat them because
Lewandowski
defensively they
saved them.
weren't as good. Yeah, it's basically been the Lewandowski show, basically saving them, and even like the attacking play as well. He says that he wants his winger to be high and wide. Then you've got someone like Kimmich who is the right back, and Kimmich's main attribute is going forward, going wide as well. And it's just like, why? What's the point of making wingers go high and wide? And you got Kimmich there, whose his main attribute is going high and wide as well. That's just messing up the pattern of play. And this is like, I don't know what he's trying to do. And like people saying here, he can't handle big players, and he can't handle a big team. So he's good for a mid-table team. He's good for a mid-table team.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So before we ride over to an extra, let me just tell you guys. Remember, guys, the link is below to become a Patreon and a supporter of Thy Football Hut. Think about pledging an amount each month, become a brick, become a first-team player, a star player, or become a horseman, where you can get access to all downloadable podcasts and audios of all the live shows of the Football Hut. The link is below to become a Patreonage. Let me hit the super chats before we go to our next topic. From Shahab Ahmed, he says, okay, wait, there's this thing. He says, disclaimer, not saying Salah is as clutch as Mane. Shahab, we will get there, Dory. We will get there. But I think it is fair to say that Salah is definitely clutch. LD was that dude. But we will get there, Dory. We will get there. So for our next topic on the agenda, let me just bring it up right now. And here is a dude. Guys, just chill. Let me bring it in. His new name is Ernesto, aka Ern. Okay, his new name is Ern or Ernie, as Red lovely coined the phrase. So Ernie boy, Ernie the bear, or just simply Ernesto. We're gonna call him how his parents refer to him. So the thing here is this, man. It's reached breaking points. It has reached breaking points for this guy, and I believe that he can no more be defended anymore. And I think that it's come to crunch time now. This may sound harsh, this may sound extreme, but this is how it is. Ernesto, either you deliver the treble or you get sacked. Simple as that. If you win the Champions League, you may still get sacked. The only way you keep your job, based on all of the mounting pressure and how you've been surviving with 9, 10, 12 lives, you have to somehow, some way deliver 3 trophies. 3 trophies. Because there are a lot of Barcelona fans in the live chat and everywhere who are saying that you should be sacked now. People are literally, do you know what was happening? As soon as that Kovac news came through, everyone is saying, wait a minute, look at how hardcore Bayern are. Why are Barcelona not this hardcore? Why are they not being sacked? So my thing is, and this is what I want to ask the audience here and the panel. So the question here is this. How much blame, as a percentage, and I need you all to be clear, I'm hearing a baby in the background, please. Can you just quieten your children or your baby mamas? I don't want to hear any babies in the background. Thank you. So the question here is this. As a percentage, how much percentage blame do you put on Valverde? No, sorry. How much percentage blame do you put on Ernesto, aka Ernie, with regards to the issues? Man, let me land. What the hell? Damn. I need a precise percentage as to how much. I'll start. I give Valverde a 72.3% blame as to what is happening. The rest of the percentage can be shared through Bartomeu and those bum-ass brick-like players called Gerard Piqué. Or Gerard Briquet, if you so prefer. So let's hit up first with your boy A1. So A1, how much percentage should Valverde get with regards to what is happening to Barcelona? Keep in mind that there are bricks in this team.
Oh yeah, true. There's bricks in this team. I would say 80%. 80% with 10% going to, the board as well, and obviously 10% to the players. Valverde, he's not a good manager, man, or he's not good enough for a big team. Similar like Kovac. And I said this to you when they lost 4-0 against Liverpool. And you was like, no, it's the players. It's not Valverde's fault. Yada yada. You were defending him, but I don't know what's changed because the exact same situation is happening that happened against Liverpool.
Wait. Let me quickly respond to that. In that game, there were clear opportunities for Cannibal and Coutinho, and those losers messed them up.
Yeah.
So that's why I said
Okay,
the players had to take some blame.
Yeah, okay, cool. But his team sat back and they were inviting pressure, and that happened the year before against Roma, inviting pressure. Where you got your team at Barcelona, you got all the quality players. Barcelona are historically an attacking team, and now under this manager, they've always been like inviting pressure and whatnot.
Wait,
And sometimes it
can
works.
you hear me?
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. And Valverde, he just does not fit Barcelona and the whole DNA, the style, the philosophy. He doesn't fit that, and that's why the board goes. And you have to blame the board as well, because it's like, why are you employing a manager? Why are you going for players like Frankie De Jong? Why are you trying to go for players like De Ligt, like players who, say for example, under a Pep Guardiola or Enrique would suit the system because it's a possession-based team that like to play out from the back, whatnot. Why are you trying to target these players for a manager like Valverde, who likes players like Paulinho, who will start players like Paulinho, who like players who like running hard, possession not good, possession not thing to them. So that's why I blame the board as well. And obviously, you get the players as well. Some of the players are finished right there, but at the same time, you have to ask yourself, why are these players who are finished still on the pitch? It's Valverde. Valverde keeps on playing these players. Like someone like Dembele. Dembele, I know sometimes,
Respect to Us. Respect to Us. Respect to Us.
No, wait. Speak. I know, people say, oh, he's not serious. Look, was this fortnight? He goes out, yada, yada. But he's a talented player. And under attacking manager, someone who's got to play like Dembele, he will be something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Thomas Tuchel at Dortmund, this guy was something else. He does not look the player like he was at Dortmund, at Barcelona. And I personally feel it's down to the manager that he's got, the type of coach he's got. If he had a more an attacking coach, different type of coach who likes attacking football and doesn't ask Dembele to flipping track back and play as a flipping left back or right wing back, whatever he is, Dembele will be thriving right now. But right now, he's not that guy. And, as much as, you can blame Valverde as well, the board has to play their part as well, because you are employing a manager who's totally different to your philosophy, to the Barcelona philosophy, the Barcelona DNA, but you still want to go out for players who who are young, up-and-coming players.
All right. Okay. All right.
HH, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Chill. What the hell?
Can you hear me?
Oh my god. We can all bloody hear you. You don't have to. We can hear you. Abdullahi. Thoughts on this whole Barca thing? How much percentage blame do you give on Valverde? Just give me a percentage, bro. Give me a percentage.
For me, I'm gonna give 50%. I'm gonna give Valverde 50%, and Bartomeu the president gonna give him majority of the percent, and the rest of the percent go to players, because in that team there are a lot of brick academy. You need to induct them like Gerard Piqué. He has to be inducted. I don't know why I'm not putting him in your induct. Some players in that team, in that bucket, need to be inducted. Like Piqué, what's called Bosquet. All those players, you have to be inducted in, because this team is just like a Bayern Munich team who rely too much on Robert Lewandowski. If Lewandowski doesn't show up in that Bayern Munich, finish are done. If Lionel Messi doesn't show up in this bucket team, those teams are done entirely. They are extremely done.
So wait. So basically, you're telling me that Piqué and Busquets should be residing in the Brick Academy, both of them.
Absolutely, Brick Academy. I don't know why are they still playing. I have no idea why are they still playing. Because you can't be telling me they went all the summer. We knew everything. They went all in the entire summer. Neymar all this still never getting. So someone should just come out and tell me, what the hell is the board doing? What are they doing?
Okay. All right. Okay. That's fair. All right. Ahmed. Valverde, how much percentage blame do you put on the dude?
I would say 60 on him as the manager, because firstly, they capitulated twice in the Champions, like not once. It happened twice in the Champions League. That's a big
But
deal of not being able
60%
to play.
is a lot lower than a lot of people would think, man. So why not 70 or 80%?
I mean, the thing is, it's on both because you can't choke a 3-goal lead twice in a row. Like the blame has to be on both. You can't just say it's all Valverde or make it too high on Valverde because you shouldn't be losing to Roma. You shouldn't be. Most people don't even remember the name of the player who scored the Roma goal. That's the sad part. Who scored the Roma goal to beat Barcelona? It was against Roma, and to do the same thing against Liverpool,
Everyone
and do the
knows.
same thing against Liverpool, like that has to be on both. So you can say 60% of them and 40 the players, 60 Valverde and 40 the players, because the players need to be held responsible. And even Messi, he didn't play too bad against Liverpool, but still, for the attack as a whole, not just on him, the whole attack and the midfield in general for capitulating that badly, that's a big deal. And not only that, let's remember they lost the Copa del Rey final to Valencia that year. That's 3 terrible, terrible days for Barcelona. They shouldn't be having. They shouldn't be winning them.
So you're saying 40% the players or 20% players, 20% the board?
Oh, we're adding. I mean, if you add the board, I mean, you could say a third on each, because if you're adding the board, I thought it was just players and manager. But yeah, you could say a third for everyone, because everyone should be put in this blame.
Okay, cool. Lansimo, percentage. How much percentage does your boy get?
Oh man, he's not my boy. 100%, 100%. Do you guys realize in 3
Whoa,
seasons?
whoa, Lansimo, whoa, just wait. Do you know what 100% means? 100% means perfect. It means everything. It means all.
Yes. Yeah, he's far from perfect. Let me tell you something. 3 seasons, he spent 750 million euros. That's 1 billion Canadian dollars. He spent 1 billion over the course of 3 years. He brought in the likes of Griezmann. So you're telling me you have Messi at your disposal, Griezmann, Suarez, Dembele, De Jong, Busquets, Ter Stegen, Jessica Alba, and you can't beat Levante? You're losing 3-1 to Levante? To a team with a bat in their badge? Like,
tell him again, Lion Tamer.
Okay.
Tell him. Please.
They lost.
Milka, shut up.
They lost 3 games in the league this season. What's going on? What is going on? He has Messi playing like a bum. Messi's playing like a bum.
Wait. Okay, but Lansman, let me just ask this briefly. But Lansman, let me ask you this briefly. Wait, easy. So Lansman, you're saying that the players should take no blame whatsoever?
No, they're not responding to his ideas. I don't know what he's saying in training, but they're not playing like a Barcelona side. He said you can't build a super team. He built a super team. You can't spend almost $1 billion in transfer fees and play shitty football. That's just not on. Look at. I don't want to bring up Chelsea, but look at Lampard. He had no money to spend, and we're playing better football in Barcelona. How is that a thing?
Tell him, Lion Tamer.
I've never seen a worse Barcelona. They're so easy to play against. Any semi-serious team will wash them. Will wipe the floor with them in the UCL.
Okay, relax.
I love
You're going overboard.
I'm not going overboard. You can't.
Bro,
It's Levante.
It's all factual evidence.
Milkor, can you just be quiet?
I said Suarez.
Okay. Look, Lansman, round off. Just round off your points. We can go to the other.
That's all I was gonna say. You have the best player, you have easily the best attack in the world at your disposal, and you cannot score more than 1 goal against Levante. Okay,
Come
bro.
on.
Okay. Christ.
Okay, Double H, I'm bring some logical content in this hangout. Okay, so Valverde should be blamed, but I agree with Ahmed. 60%. The reason I say 60%, Double H, is because in that Levante game alone, okay, Lionel Messi had 2 big chances, which would have put the game 3-0, okay, which would have ended the game, but he didn't. It happens. Okay, he didn't take his chances. Okay, the defense, Double H, the Barcelona's defense is terrible. like Barcelona's defense have declined so much that it's ridiculous. Like I've never seen Barcelona defense so bad. Like and away from home, Double H. I don't know what happens to Barcelona once they're not at Camp Nou. They just look like weak, and in that case, I would blame Valverde because it's his job to put the players on the pitch and have them more ready for those away matches. Because in away games, they're always struggling. Like they always struggle in away games. But the reason I only give 60% Double H is because the players are the ones playing on the pitch.
Thank you, thank you. Someone with a brain. Thank.
Like you said, bro. Like you said, against Liverpool, Suarez missed a few chances. Jordi Alba should have shot it, and he passed it back to Messi, which would have ended the game. Those chances would have ended the game. And then, okay, in the second half, I kind of blame him because he sat back. Barcelona were defensive, but at the same time, man, like if those players executed in the first half, they would have gone through. They would have gone through. Like so, he learned from the Roma leg because the difference was HH against Roma, they were sitting back from the beginning, whereas against Liverpool, they were attacking in the first half. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but against Roma, they were sitting back from the beginning, whereas against Liverpool, they weren't. They were attacking. You know, and like I said, if those chances went in, they would have gone through. So I blame him 60% and like 40% the players. This is just my honest opinion.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Let's right over to Milko, man. Milko.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
I love this. I've been saying this time and time again. HH. Nobody was listening to me. I'm gonna say this, okay? They're all ballers. They're just a bunch of passers. No dynamicism.
No. But Milko, first of all, what percentage blame do you put on Ernesto? What percentage blame do you put on Ernesto?
I put zero blame in Ernesto because Barcelona is such a biased club. Barcelona is such a biased club. They're a player biased club.
Yeah,
I've known this for ages. No, look. Let me tell you something. Coutinho, if Laessi was not in that club, I guarantee you Coutinho thrives in that club. It is Laessi. I don't know.
Why is
I
he
don't
syncing
know
it up
why.
for?
Let me tell you why. Okay. Coutinho is a star player in Bayern because he's not in the shadow of Laessi. Laessi is overshadowing every single player.
Coutinho isn't playing good for Bayern Munich at the moment.
He's syncing it up for Bayern.
Wait, guys. Let Milko land. Let Milko land. Let him land.
Listen, okay. This is very important. It's all factual evidence. I don't lie, HH. Whenever I say something, I don't lie.
You're lying, man. Cap.
Laessi only scored a penalty away. And I even came up with a video on my YouTube channel, and I said, Laessi's free kick against Valladolid, it's not that special. It's a farmer's team. It's not something that, oh my goodness, makes him the best player in the world.
Respect La Liga, dog.
He is, man. He is.
Okay. So Milko, let's just get to it because we have to go to other guys. What percentage blame do you give on the players, Ernesto, and the board?
I give the blame to every single person in the board and Laessi. Actually, no, I give the blame 100% Laessi. I give the blame 100%.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right. Before we move on to our next dude, Shush, before we move on to our next dude, super chat here from our man here, Ahmad James Alawi, £2 super chat. Thank you, bro, for your £2 super chat donation. He says, Valverde is a Spanish waiter who takes Emery's tips. My lord.
Wow.
That's easy. That's deep. That's deep. Like that's deep. Okay, so let's bring in your boy Rahimski. So Rahimski, percentage blame. What percentage blame do you put on Ernesto, the players, and the board?
That situation's a mess. I mean, coming from my Madrid fan hat, I would say 0%. Give him a lifetime contract. But if I have to be an objective, I mean, the guy's a disaster. Like, he's just spending money. left and right like it's nothing. Like it has, like it's actually just like he used a GTA glitch for infinite currency and it's not even affecting anything. Like he's spending money on Coutinho, throwing money at like different areas, giving players extensions, not even playing the players. Throws so much of his currency on Griezmann. Griezmann has like zero impact this season. Like the guy is just a disaster. Seriously, he's a walking disaster.
So are you saying that Griezmann? Are you saying Griezmann has flopped because he's trash, or is flopped because of the system that he's been under Ernesto?
Griezmann, okay, there was a period of 6 weeks where Griezmann was playing a different position in every game, basically. Bro, I don't think you guys understand how much of a tactical flop Valverde is. Not, let alone his decision making, like for picking players or his inability. He's also a listen. He's also a terrible manager. He can't even get the dressing room proper. Like I remember watching this video of Messi complaining at halftime, and Valverde,
his head was down. Like the guy can't even control his own dressing room. So how the hell can you trust him going forward? I mean, I have to say he's at least 70% of the problem.
But what the ball do?
Okay, all right, no. Moving on. So let's bring in your boy Red man. So blame. Who gets percentage of the blame?
HH, his name is Ern because he's dead. He's in an urn, HH. His name is Ernie because he's a muppet, HH. He's this guy is garbage. I would have said he deserved 100% of the blame if not the players picked him to be in that position to begin with because they backed him. So it's 50-50. And only because the players backed him because they're clowns for backing him. HH, Barcelona are really in it. Like it's really bad. This guy is like if you want to look at like let's look at their games over the past 2 weeks. Against Slavia Praha, anybody that watched that game will tell you Slavia played Barca off the park. They played, had they been a little bit clinical, they would have beat Barca, and they would have been in danger of not qualifying through their group because they have to play Inter de San Siro and they still have to play Dortmund.
Milko, shut the hell up.
Against Levante, you're looking at Barca. They have no wingers. They have all these quality players, and like Andrew said earlier, Rahimski said earlier, all over the place. All like Griezmann play on the left, on the right, central. You don't know what his position is. Dembele ostracized from the whole squad. He's not even playing properly because he's injured or inconsistent. That's another role that the manager has to do. Where is the manager to motivate his players? People will criticize, say Zidane's only good at man management. Valverde has nothing, no tactics, no man management, no nothing. He's a press conference merchant. He's just good in press conferences to like tame the flames with the press. The press like him, but for the fans, he's been garbage for Barca. No player has improved under Valverde. He wasted Messi's best years for Barcelona. Anything less than a Champions League is a failure for them because you have arguably the greatest player of all time. Arguably, like, I don't know, some people are going to disagree with that, but they have Lionel Messi, like, and you have a squad that you like.
But Red, real quick, Milko, shut that. Milko, if you interject again, I'm going to throw you out of this flipping hangout. So please, you had your time. Shut the hell up.
It's not even funny anymore, dude.
Red, let me ask you this. Red, let me ask you this though. We all know about Messi's power for Barcelona. We all know what happened last year. So why don't you think that Messi used his power at Barcelona to say, Ernesto is not getting the best out of me and this team. We need to get someone new. So why do you think that Messi didn't step in and say, nah, Ernesto needs to get the hell out of here?
See, the only thing is, I don't think, but this is just like speculation on my part. It's just purely my opinion. I think Messi is genuinely a nice guy. I don't think he's that kind of aggressive player that will go behind the manager's back or anything like that. He might disagree with the manager, but I don't think he's that type of person. Hence why he backed him. Or maybe because Valverde is like he came from the Barca background because he like Barca like this higher of a certain like niche of a manager. Maybe that's why he just got along with Messi. But like the board, they can't let Messi make the decision. The club, they have to decide that, okay, look at how we're playing, look at the fans. Like, because Barca fans across the board don't like Valverde. I don't know a single Barca fan that wants Valverde in. He's shifted the philosophy of the club. The club is no longer an attacking club.
All right, okay.
I'm telling you, as bad as Madrid are, Barca are worse.
All right. So Muntaha, thoughts on this, man? Where should all the blame go to? Should the players take some of the blame? Does Ernesto deserve all of this vitriol and all of this abuse that he's getting online? Give me that hardcore truth, baby.
Yeah, bro. So, guys, please, I didn't interrupt anyone, so please, I hope nobody will interrupt me. Yeah. So, first of all, bro, we have to go back to the 16-17 season. What was Barcelona away result against PSG? Away result, yeah, first leg, 4-0. What was away result in the same season, 16-17 season against Juventus? Away result, 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah. Okay. And bro, one more thing. There is a comment between Roma loss away and Liverpool loss away. There's no away goals. No away goals. Fine. Like you will say Valverde. Look, for me, I think so. He's 40% or 45% to blame. The reason I'll tell you why. Because at the start of the season, okay, I'm going like behind the scenes, like So over here, if you see, Barcelona sacked one of the board members, Pep Segura, at the start of the season. Why? You have to ask a question. Secondly, don't you think so? Players are so dumb. Barcelona players are so dumb. They are, backing Valverde for no reason. Okay, for so many losses. This is Barcelona Football Club, one of the best football club in the world. Why they are backing this manager? And you have one of the greatest players of all time. So why even he's backing the manager? The reason I believe is that, and like I'm just saying from my research and the reports I read, I think so. The Barcelona board and the current president is too powerful for Barcelona, and literally Valverde is puppet for him, and he wants someone who be puppet, for the current Barcelona board. So, bro, Valverde is always up to be blamed. He's never that great manager. But if you see last 2 seasons records in La Liga, how many games they lost? Please, can you tell me how many games they lost? In his first season, he just lost to the Madrid in Copa, what do you call Super Copa? Okay, even after losing Neymar, and then they just lost one game in that season, and that's Roma and Levante. Sorry, 2 games, bro. I think so. Defensively, he did it. He did it his best. He's not that great manager. We all have to accept that. Like, so that's why I'll just blame Valverde 40%, 30% both, and the rest the players. And if let's talk about tactics now, what he's doing right now. Okay, this is the worst season where Valverde is like his plan, his system is not working. And I agree with that by playing Griezmann on the left flank. Nah, like he literally, made Griezmann as a flipping, low cross merchant. That's it. And like he cannot do anything on the left flank. Why the fuck you're playing flipping Frankie Dion as a box to box midfielder?
Oh yeah, that's
Why?
stupid.
He's not box to box midfielder. He's deep lying center midfielder. First of
Yes.
all, you have to bench what do you call Busquets for that.
Arthur Busquets.
Busquets. Okay. Secondly, why the flipping Suarez is playing as a striker? Why?
Munta, I know why.
I
It's
don't
because
understand.
Messi, bro. They're really
No,
close, bro. That's the reason.
no. Wait. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Talk.
Yeah, bro. Why the Mr. Suarez is playing there? Hello.
Munta,
hear
we
me,
could
right,
hear you,
Richard?
man. We could hear you.
Okay.
No, trust we can hear you. Muntaha, just talk. We can hear you.
Suarez is playing as a striker. He is done. He's washed. Play Griezmann on the position, or at least try to play Messi as a false nine. No, he's not doing it. So that's why I'll blame him from the particular set of games, especially in UCL. Okay, and I'm giving 40%, but people are not seeing that. Look at the Barcelona board, the way they are operating, the way they are functioning, bro. Do you think Barcelona will allow a so-called no one, who's nobody to them, while we're then allow him to spend flipping 700 million euros? No, it's bold. Yeah, it's bored. It's bored. It's not Valverde. Valverde is like literally no one. And I don't understand. Like people, Valverde. Of course, you'll blame manager from a footballing perspective.
It's not his
But
fault.
it's not, bro. But it's more deeper than that. It's not just regarding the manager. It's a power struggle at top.
Yeah,
It's deep.
Like,
Muntaha is deep. From
Yeah,
the
that's
president
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
players.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, bro, if you see that Valverde, bro, 3 years. This is his third year. You're giving loads of time. I don't think so. It's just regarding the footballing, aspect of the game. I think so. It has more to do with the
Okay.
power struggle. And I'll just finish it over here. Yeah, Juan Laporte, yeah, ex-Barcelona president. Yeah, did you realize he literally commented on the flipping El Clasico deal, but in a sense, he was hitting below the belt to the current Barcelona directors. So, bro, so you know where's the problem, by the way.
criticizing them. Yeah, I heard
Okay.
it.
All right. Okay. Look at it. So, let's roll in now to this is our final topic of the night. Final topic of the night, man, and then we can then bid adieu and goodbye. I want to talk a bit about Liverpool, man. And I think this is obviously has been a few super chats have come in about this whole thing of, Mane, LDO, where he stands and everything. So a couple of, questions in here that I want to roll in through, because for me, I really believe that this would be Liverpool taking the L and loss. But they managed to turn it around. Not only did they get the draw, they also got the win as well. So my thing is that Arsenal can still hold on to the fact that nobody beat them. For an entire season, nobody beat them. That is a stat. You've got to accept it. Nobody beat them. So my question is this: is that first question? So these are two questions. Firstly, is this: can Liverpool go an entire season unbeaten in the Premier League? Second question is: where do you now rank Mane, aka LDO, in the world right now, based on his consistent clutch plays and his consistent winning G's, and how far do you think LDO can go? So hit it to our first guy on this topic here. A1, so thoughts on this? So the two questions are: can Liverpool go on unbeaten for entire season and emulate your own invincibles? And how and where do you rank Mane right now, and how far can he go in his career?
It's not happening. We say this every season. We said it last season, Man City. Said the season before that again with Man City. We're 11 games in. It's not happening. It's not happening because many times they've had to score last-minute goals, whatnot. I think if these come up against a better team and who play better,
Bro, but what if it happens? What if it happens?
it's not gonna happen. We've asked the same question with Man City, who played better, who dominated teams more. Liverpool, they are not playing better.
Manchester are not playing better. A1, they are not playing.
I said they played better the seasons before. They played better than, and they're more dominant. And people were asking the same questions, and it didn't happen. It's not gonna happen. Liverpool, they're not playing as great. They're just literally relying on.
But they're winning, dude. That's the thing.
They're winning, but they're not playing great, and they just keep getting away with it.
That's the sign of a great team, man.
No, it's not. It's a sign of a lucky team. It's not. It's not happening. And Mane, oh, this guy, man. He's clutch, man. He's clutch. I think he's definitely Liverpool's most important player because Salah came off. I don't want to speak about Salah in it, but he came off. Yeah, he came off, and they still managed to win. People say, "Oh, Salah's the most important player," but Mane seems to be clutch, especially. We've seen him in the Champions League, he's clutch as well, and obviously in the league as well for campaign. This guy, obviously in the league campaign, Mane, he seems like the one that's edging, and he wants to win the league. So yeah, Mane, he can go far in his career, man. And I think at the moment he's top 5 at the moment in the world.
Okay, Abdullahi. So can Liverpool go on unbeaten, and where do you rank Mane right now?
We need to stop living in fairy tales. Yeah, I've been the one. I could say I'm being the one that saying it from day one. I want Liverpool to win the Premier League. Saying from the day one of the APL.
Can they go unbeaten? Can they go unbeaten? Yes or no?
They can't go unbeaten because Liverpool's gonna beat all of them, including they've even beat Chelsea. They're gonna beat all Manchester City with De Bruyne, with Gabriel Jesus, with everybody. Next week Sunday. Sorry, City fans. Sorry, just take the hell. City fans. I'm saying it right now. Take the hell. You guys get lubricated. Sorry. So sorry. You're losing. They are beating all the big teams. Well, Liverpool's gonna have a problem in second half of this from January onward. That's when I want to mentality. How good they are. First season, they're gonna beat everybody. No single team in this EPL is gonna get beyond Liverpool. They are beating everybody. Either by luck, I don't know. They are beating everybody. But second half of the season, that's why I want to say the real Liverpool.
So what about Mane? Where do you rank LD or Mane right now?
Oh, Double H. That guy is clutch. I would say right now.
Okay, I think I'll go. All right, Ahmed. Liverpool, can they go unbeaten? Where do you rank Mane?
I'm just gonna say that right now Mane is probably Liverpool's best player right now at the moment, and I'd say he's tier 1 for his performances. And I know Hazem wouldn't like that, but the Salah squad has to take an L, I think, on this one. But I think that Mane is very important to Liverpool. I think he's tier 1 right now because he's coming in a clutch, and it's not only this season; it's the end of last season too.
Too much, man. Too many times where he's coming clutch. Too many times.
exactly, and he hasn't been playing poorly. Like I'm not saying Salah's been playing poorly. I'm just saying that he hasn't been as good as Mane. Mane's just been out of this world since late last season and this season. And but I think when Salah
Wrong.
does click, and I think he will click this season, Liverpool are going to be very deadly this season in the Premier League because I know Salah is going to click eventually because he's not going to stay like this all season. But undefeated? No, I don't see them going undefeated. They're going to lose a game.
They will
There's
lose
gonna
them,
co-
but it's gonna be
they're
second
gonna
half
lo-
of the not the
they're gonna lose
Okay.
to Leicester away. They're gonna lose to City away. They're gonna lose to someone.
Okay, we shall see. Lansema, Liverpool, can they go unbeaten? Speak on your boy El Dio.
No, they cannot be. As a matter of fact, they'll lose their next game, which is against City, and they will not win the league.
They are
They
beating
will not
every
win this league.
Wait, Abdullah, chill.
Every
Abdullah,
game.
chill. Come on, chill. Let's
They
let
will
guys
not
land.
win
Let
this
guys
league.
land.
What they're doing right now, and it's only been 11 games, is extremely unsustainable. It's so unsustainable, especially if they get injuries. Just imagine if Salah is out for a prolonged period, Mane is out, even Firmino, Van Dijk. One of them is out, and the whole team crumbles. I don't think that they have Lovren playing at the back. Can you imagine the calamity that will be Gomez Lovren center back partnership? My God. Um, so no, they will not go unbeaten. And as far as Mane is concerned, he's on form, the best player in the world.
What?
Yeah, on
Oh,
form, he
whoa.
Ahead of
probably is the best
Lewandowski.
player.
Ahead of Lewandowski.
Lewandowski just lost 5-1, and
Benzema.
And he
his manager
scored.
got
What?
sacked.
Speak facts,
Bro,
dude.
he's not. He's
Okay.
he's not better than Mane. On form, it's just my
Bro, you're
opinion. This
delusional,
season,
bro. I'm sorry.
I think this season Mane has been the best player in the world, and he probably should be on at least on the Ballon d'Or podium.
Whoa,
All
whoa,
right,
whoa,
that's deep. All
whoa,
right. Oh, he said it.
whoa.
He said it. Okay. Christ.
Done way too much.
Double H for me. Mane this has been exceptional. Like that goal was insane. Like the way he timed it from his back turned against the goal, like that was just clutch. Like I couldn't believe it. But for me, he's top 5 this season for sure. I would say top 3. Top 3.
And can Liverpool go unbeaten this season?
No, man, that's too much of a task, man. With them in the Champions League, but who knows? Who knows?
Okay, so I'm hearing someone cooking in the background. Please, can you not cook or do stuff in the background? Thank you. So before I go to my dear friend Hazm, who I'm sure has very little to say on this topic, let me just hit the super chat here from Erahan Aksu. Thank you for your £2 super chat, dear sir. He says, Mane or Origi, who is the clutch king? For me, in terms of just clutch, bro, I think Origi, it is hard. I think maybe as of right now, I think I still say Origi. When you just look at the amounts of key goals, the Newcastle goal, the 2 goals against Barcelona, the goal in the Champions League final, the 2 goals against Arsenal recently, I think Origi might just be clutch. But I think Mane does clutch things. Not only clutch goals, but he actually does clutch things. So yeah, that's what I think. So Hazem, thoughts on this man? Will Liverpool go unbeaten? And how do you rank Mane right new? Hazem?
Hello.
Yeah. So, can Liverpool go unbeaten this season? And where do you rank El Dio this so far this season?
So regarding the Liverpool, first of all, I want to congratulate Trezeguet on the goal in the Aston Villa Liverpool game. Finally, he scored for them, so good job. So as for Liverpool, I'll say that Man City are still clear favorites, and I don't see Liverpool coming close to winning the league. I know they're pretty far ahead right now, but it's still early. It's still early, and at sorry.
Yeah. Hazem. Finish your point. Finish your point, bro. Finish your point.
I just think Man City will recover from this, and Liverpool will have a period of slowing down, similar to last season, but to a bit of a greater extent. I don't think Liverpool strengthened enough in the summer, and I still see many leaks when they play. I know we're expecting a lot from them, but they've set such a high standard for themselves that they might buck on the pressure around mid-season, I think. Um, because the pressure this season is just for them to win the league, basically. As for the second topic, first of all, I don't know what Brother Lion Tamer is on about, saying Mane is the best player this season. It's obviously Lewandowski. It's not even close. There's no
Oh
one touching
my
Lewandowski this season.
fucking god.
Wow,
No, no,
wow.
no, guys, chill, do you'll get a chance. Has him land, and
Yeah,
has him.
so there's no argument you can make from that side. In terms of being clutch, no, the Salah is more clutch than Mane, and that's just a fact.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
God.
Here we go.
No, because you guys can bring all the emotional arguments you want. All I deal with. Okay, let me speak.
Hasn't,
Okay.
can I just
Wait,
add
wait,
one
wait, wait.
thing?
Okay,
It hasn't.
wait. So Hazem, just very so Hazem, you're saying right now, objectively, right now, Salah is still more clutch than Mane right now.
This season, yes, right now this season, because this, and I'll support it. I'll support my statements because I don't make blank statements, unlike many people here.
Oh, okay.
This season, who has more match winners, more clutch goals this season? Salah has 3 match winners this season. Mane has 2. So this season, it's still Salah is more clutch. Secondly, last season, who had more match winners? Salah had more. He had 9. Season before, Salah had more. He had 8. Salah has had the most match winners since joining Liverpool in the whole Premier League out of any player in the Premier League. He scored 20 match winning goals. So 20 clutch goals that are crucial match winning goals that he has scored, and that is more than any player in the Premier League. And he has also scored more than Mane this season in terms of clutch goals. So I'm talking about stats. I'm talking about facts. And when it comes to the fact, Salah is just clearly the more clutch player. And this match, people getting reactionary over this match. Oh, all of a sudden Mane is the most clutch player of all time. No, it's he was clutched this match, fair enough. But that doesn't change the fact that Salah is Liverpool's most clutch player. Maybe last season Origi was more clutch because of the stature of the game, but overall Salah has been consistently clutch. So in terms of where Manny ranks, I'll give Manny credit. Manny is a great player this season. I'm very objective, so I really love Manny as a player. He's a great player, and I would say he's top 5 in Europe this season. Obviously after Salah, and I don't make these blank statements. I support it with stats, and hopefully the
Okay,
viewers can
all
see
right.
that.
Okay, cool. Milko, thoughts on this? Can Liverpool go through the season unbeaten? How do you rank Sadio Mane right now?
First, can we please give respect to Austin Villa? They are such a good team. I've not seen this before. I'm very excited that people now can see what I'm talking about in terms of Villa is one of the big teams in England because I actually do believe it. And
They lost, bro. They lost.
no. This is the problem, though. This is the problem. They scored one and they almost kept Liverpool at bay. They almost kept Liverpool at bay. And then I also want to say big ups to Scott McGinn. He has to be the best. Like he has to be the English version of De Bruyne.
It's John. It's John. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Look,
yeah.
Milko. Just tell me, will Liverpool
So
go unbeaten, and how do
Scott
you rank Mane?
Scott McGinn, the De Bruyne of the English version of De Bruyne. But anyways, what I was saying is so the Liverpool thing, HH, I don't listen. I know Silicon Oil Money FC is going to win the league just because they have a coach who is a master in winning the league. And that is the problem. When you have a coach who's a master in winning the league, and when you have players who can outlast for a 38 full game season, it's going to be very hard for a team that I could say is specialized in the knockout stage, are more prone to a European night than, let's say, Silicon Oil Money FC, who's more prone to a 38 game season. But what I will say is this: Liverpool have a lot of game changers. City don't. City have a lot of ballers in their team. You get what I'm trying to say? So I think next week's game, Liverpool is playing City. I think that's Yeah. I actually think. I think yes. I think that's gonna have a lot of bearing. I think that game's gonna have a lot of bearing. I think whoever wins that game might might be the one who's gonna win the Premier League. But Chelsea's in it. Chelsea's in it. HH,
I
your
know.
boys are
Yes,
finessing.
Milko. I know they are.
So they
Milko, don't tempt
no,
me because I don't want you to use your powers to try and mess up Chelsea's chances. So Milko, just relax, just chill. All right, thank you. Rahimski, can Liverpool go unbeaten? How do you rank Sadio Mane right new?
Can they go unbeaten? No, I don't think it's. I honestly don't even think it's possible in the modern era to go unbeaten. Just the way athleticism has been built up in the sport.
So you're saying that it was far less athletic in the Invincibles
no,
Arsenal
no, no,
era.
no, 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 no. Listen, I'm not saying it was far less athletic. I'm just saying that's one aspect of it of why it's impossible now because athleticism has grown. It's not the only reason. It's just a minor factor, as well as like tactics, as well as the game evolving. There's just a whole slew of things. You have to also consider that Arsenal did get a bit lucky when they did achieve that feat. They almost suffered a loss. I remember during the second half of the season. But anyway, that's besides the point. Mane, at his level of quality, name me a better player in world football right now. I seriously, I struggle to even think of
Lewandowski.
one. You have two main candidates. You have Messi and Lewandowski, right? Messi, he's been injured for a lot of the season. He's been super clutch though when he has played, and he has made the difference in a lot of games. But I still think Mane hasn't been sitting out like Messi has, and he's been consistently doing it. So I took Mane over Messi for that reason. Lewandowski, yeah, he's probably like a one-man team right now, whereas Mane's not really a one-man team. But I think the reason Mane tips it over Lewandowski is because he's been offering more. So he's been offering in attack, he's been offering in passing, whereas Lewandowski's just been the one getting the goals for Bayern and making the difference
25
there.
goals this season.
And respectfully so,
No,
that's
no, no, no.
amazing.
But no, wait. But Hazam, the point that Ramsky made is a clear point. Lewandowski has just been scoring the goals. Mane has been doing encompassing everything offensively. So if he's not scoring a goal, he's providing. If he's not providing, he is getting in position to get fouled, to get a penalty. If he's not doing that, he's getting himself in position for other players to do. So it's not just goals. That's what the point that Ramsky is making. Ramsky carrying. Rahimski, carry on, bro.
My bad, HH. What were you saying? You were
Oh,
saying
no. I said so, no because I was just trying to explain the point that you were making. So Hazem, but carry on your
oh
points.
yeah, no, I was just basically what I was trying to say is when it comes to being on form, I mean, Mane he's providing a lot more of the build-up, whereas Lewandowski is just finishing, as you said. But I still give the nod to Mane because of his build-up play, his finishing as well, his positioning. One thing I will say about Mane this year is he seems like more of a leader to me this year. Like he's galvanizing the players. He's the one. Sometimes I see him like yelling on the pitch, which I've never seen. We obviously saw that stint with Salah where he was disappointed in him not passing. So I think I have to echo Fabregas. Fabregas said that Mane is he's been consistently like top three forwards in the world over the last couple of years, and Liverpool's form has been showing that. I mean, when people say he's not clutch, do people forget the 2017 Champions League final? Do people forget
Oh no,
the
2018. You mean 2018?
2018? Apologies. Do people forget all the clutch goals that he? Yeah, I mean, Bayern. Like, there's so many examples of Mane coming in clutch. I understand Hazem's point. Salah, yes, he gets more of the goal scoring winners of the game. Sure, I'll give you that. But I think the difference between Mane and Salah is nine times out of ten, Mane is more willing to build others around him, whereas Salah is just more willing to capitalize around
Oh,
the
really?
build up.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, in terms of ranking Mane on form, best player in the world right now. Overall, if form is not the only thing considered, he's easily top five.
Okay, that's fair. All right, Red, hit it. Red.
Yeah. So the question is, Mane, where do I rank him currently? And Liverpool, will they go unbeaten?
Yep.
So, okay, for Liverpool, no, they're not winning the league. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to hear it. Their depth is going to cost them. They didn't buy anybody. They're going to be playing in a lot of competitions. I've said this before in Hangouts. They're just not going to be doing it. Mane, extremely clutch. Like, I was going to mention what Hazard mentioned earlier about that Salah does statistically. Has more match winners. But, like, look at how important, like, this match winner right here is very, very, because they're playing City next week, right? Had Mane not scored that goal, they would have went in with only a 4-point lead. That would City would want to City would be more galvanized to want to win and be only a point ahead. But no, because Mane did it, it's sort of like it's a moral blow. So it would be a moral blow to City. So that goal is very clutch. I've always rated Mane. Personally, between him and Salah, I don't really care. They play on the same team, so who cares who's better? They're both playing for the same goal. But he's not the best in the world right now. I actually agree with Hazem. I think Lewandowski is the best. And for people that are going to disagree with me or yell at me or anything like that, like Mane's goal is unbelievably clutch. But look at that Frankfurt game, the 5-1. I encourage you guys, go watch Lewandowski's goal. This guy has been scoring amazing goals. Not only that goal, like if you look at the goal against Spurs when he flicked the ball over, his overall play, this season he's evolved. And you guys know me, I'm a Lukaku, I'm a Benzema fan. Like I don't really like to praise Lewandowski that much, but I can't hate. Like this guy has just been Lewandowski has just been so good this season. He's scored in every single match. So if we're going to be talking about the best, like I think this season he's hands down the best player. But Mane, incredible player. Like that goal, like Liverpool, he came clutch for his team. And like Rahimski said earlier, the 2018 Champions League final, when Liverpool were demoralized, they were down. Mane came back and clawed one back against Bayern. Who was the one? I think it was 0-0 until Mane scored. He scored that incredible goal, that chip on Neuer, and away from home in the Allianz. Like Mane's had some huge, massive moments. And definitely, who was the person who asked the question before, who's more clutch, Origi or Mane? Mane's more clutch. The only thing is Origi had these big one-off moments where you remember them more, but you don't realize that Origi wouldn't be in that position if not for Mane's clutchness.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All
Like
right.
Mane gets them to those positions. But yeah, overall, that's what I think.
Okay. Muntaha, round us up, man. Round us off, Muntaha.
Bro, first of all, the first question is, will Liverpool go invincible? Possible. Why not? Because if you see most of the away games, I mean, difficult away games, like
But what
a team
chances?
from
But
Leicester.
what chances do you give them of going unbeaten?
Now I'll give them, 25 to 30%, bro. Like possible because look, man. First of all, they beat flipping Leicester City away. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chelsea away, okay. Then Spurs, okay. The Spurs at home, okay. Then they done with the Manchester United away, which was drew. And Manchester United is a boogie team now. They're facing next week Manchester City at home. And if you see our
No, the Leicester game was
yeah,
at home.
Anfield. No, wait, bro. Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is that, bro, in terms of bro the quality, we have to ask the question to the quality of Premier League. What happened to the quality? What happened to the team? Oh, we don't give up. What happened? If that thing would happen, yeah, the Liverpool, I mean, any other team, yeah, in any other league, like in Serie A, La Liga, okay, would have been winning these games, yeah, like grinding the results, yeah. Okay, people will say, oh, the quality of league. What happened with the Premier League? Why don't people is asking question about the quality? Look at the points gap now between City. City has been literally spent billions, and like right now the difference between them is 6 points. Why not? We can say that our quality is the matter. And for me, bro, I think so. Liverpool have a chance, but 25-30% right now. If they beat City and keeps on going beating teams, yeah, or getting results against Crystal Palace at home and then Wolves away or something like that, bro. So yeah, man, like they can go in that sense. The second question is like, is Mane the best player in the world? I think so.
Or,
His
or,
top
or,
three.
or rather, how would you rank Mane? How would you rank Mane based on form right now?
Okay, based on form, I think the top three, top two possible, not top one, because Lewandowski, come on, man, I cannot just simply ignore those numbers. Even in UCL, he's producing in Bundesliga. We know how Bayern Munich is like shit team like right now. They are okay, and this guy's scoring goals, and those numbers for me right now. If I see the numbers, it's like too much. Mane, I know that he contributes more of a team player. He's more, helping build up play, creativity and all those things. So he cannot score that many goals, by now. But still, Lewandowski edges him in Mane. But yeah, you never know, man. Mane could be,
Okay.
number one or number one, by next week if he scores some, brace or something against
All right.
Manchester
Okay.
City.
So just to round it off, let me just give my thoughts on this, and then before we round, and remember, guys, we are also going to roll in on Monday with a Champions League preview. So I'm going to try and maybe do like a live chat Monday around 11 p.m. after football dog up. Around 11 p.m. we'll do like a Champions League live preview. So, but let me just give me this.
Can I add something to what Muntaha said?
Okay, really brief, bro.
Okay, because everyone's talking about how the Bundesliga is like the gap is small and how the Premier League isn't competitive. People are forgetting to mention, to add what Muntaha said, the difference between first and 13th in La Liga is 5 points. Like these other leagues are a lot more competitive than the Premier League right now.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
No.
So,
It's a far-
wait, no. We're ending. No, let me just, we have to end this because we're going to be here for ages. So basically, let me just give my thoughts here. When we talk about who is the best player, is very different from a guy who has been the most clutch. Those are two different things. Sometimes they are the same, other times they're actually mutually exclusive. The best player as of right now, based on form, is Lewandowski. I think he's been the most impressive with regards to footballing quality and the footballing quality that he's displayed consistently. The most clutch player right now, the guy who makes the most clutch moments in games, is Sadio Mane. So Sadio Mane being the most clutch doesn't mean he's been the best player, the most impressive in a footballing tactical sense. The most impressive player in the most footballing technical sense has been Lewandowski, who has been doing amazing things as an individual for Bayern Munich. So that is just really my 2 cents there. So again, before I roll again, remember to support your boy by becoming a patron. The link is below. Join me on Twitter, join me on Twitch for the live view that me and Ford will be doing on Tuesday of Chelsea Ajax, and on the Patreon they're going to be extra stuff, extra previews, extra reviews, extra blogs, and all that beautiful stuff. Guys, it's been swell. I will maybe see some of you guys on Monday 11 p.m. for Champions League preview. Chelsea Ajax, Chelsea, we're coming for the treble. Peace out, stay true, stay real.